Okay. Welcome back, everyone, to Curse of the Vistani, episode 15. When last we left off, literally all that happened was you guys got in the bar brawl with some people who were causing trouble in the bar. And
We
that took the
stopped a
entire
bar
episode.
brawl
Yeah, you stopped bar
by
brawl.
getting into it.
There were rats and kobolds and Saflin took a lot of damage.
I did Curio.
Mm-hmm.
And I was panicking because I didn't have many healing spells left after the
I mean, I'm okay.
Mhm.
I'm only 7 points down.
Was a good fight.
That's alright.
So, we get to wrap up the day here. You guys
I wonder
haven't
if the
tried to
bartender's
loot
going to be
anything.
mad at us.
Are they mad or grateful? How much damage did we do?
Bartender actually turns to Callan, who's right here next to him. He's like, "Oh, thank you guys so much for your help. They were more than I could handle. And Grog over there wasn't any help."
Nope,
probably
just
still
passed out
snoozing
with
away.
a drink.
Yeah, Grog kind of perks up for a second, like, "Oh, what?" And then falls back asleep.
And since I'm standing like right beside him, I'm just going to shake my head.
All right. So, is there anything you guys are wanting to do post-fight now?
Well, I mean, Nihon has to have his
Loot.
drink with Grog.
Says Angel. All right.
Yeah, check
Anyone
the
who is
baddies
wanting
before
to-
the watch comes in.
Yeah, anyone who's wanting to loot the bodies, and pick a spot. Pick a spot.
Roll an investigation, right?
Yes, roll investigation.
I didn't find anything. Oh, neither did Lilia.
Nope. I guess I'm looking with my eyes closed.
I'd like to take 10 since we have time and get a 10.
That's true.
Get a what?
There's a thing where you can choose to take 10 in D&D, and you take a longer amount of time to basically exert the same amount of effort you would need to roll a 10.
When you're
Oh,
not
okay,
under...
yeah. Yep, you
When
take
you're
10
not-
minutes to do a thorough investigation. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see what I would have gotten if I'd have rolled.
Okay. Nat
Oh.
20.
I should have rolled.
Yeah, you
Yep.
should've.
Oh well.
Okay, so from
Yes,
them,
found everything.
let's see. You guys end up finding about 15 gold on them.
A piece, right?
New total. There are 20 rat carcasses, if you so wish.
Would they be used for anything?
You could feed them to your pets. If you can find a use for them, great. Off the top of my head, I don't know many uses for rat carcasses.
Can I just have Luna chomp down on half of them and then Moro eat the other half?
Yeah, they could just clean up all the rats themselves.
Bartender
does
would
that sound,
probably
Pika?
appreciate that too.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Want Moro to eat the other half of the rats?
Let's see, they have some daggers
Oh, rats.
and there's a small cage about skunk sized.
And a half-dead skunk nearby.
Yep, in a
Well,
dead skunk.
half a dead skunk nearby.
Right. Because it was literally like chomped in half. So if you guys want a small cage, like iron barred cage.
Put sawn in it.
Okay, is it
How
small
many
enough to
daggers
fit
were there
in
since
the
I'm
bag
adding
of
them to the
holding?
bag?
Let's see.
I'm just adding items to the bag of holding,
Yeah.
unless people claim they want them.
So there would have been 6 total daggers.
Okay.
And then there's some, like, 4 slings if you want those. And you don't have to pick these up. It's just if you want them, you can.
Okay, so what was the other thing? Slings?
Slings, yep.
Okay. Is there any sling ammunition?
Yeah, there would be ammunition for the slings.
Okay.
Which
How
Callan
many
does.
slings?
4.
Okay.
Can I hold on to that cage?
Sure.
Now this cage is would it? I'm not sure if it would be able to fit in the bag of holding or not.
How big is the cage?
The cage is big enough to hold a skunk.
I mean, bag of holding is usually a relatively it's a decent sized
Opening,
actual carrying capacity, but it's the opening that's your limiter.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, do
So
you think
it's
a cage would fit?
What's the opening of the bag of holding?
2 feet in diameter at the mouth.
2 feet. I think 2 feet might be able to hold it. I mean, it's.
If not, I'll just hold on to it and put it in the cart.
skunk's not 2 feet long.
As long as one side of it is not 2 feet long, you can slide it in.
Right. Yeah, I think you'd just be able to fit it in.
Okay.
Not by much, but.
Is a cage a custom item?
Yeah, there's no D&D item
Yes.
for it, so it
Okay.
would just be a write-in. But a cage could be very useful. And then there are some.
I'm having trouble.
Let's say you guys get 2 flasks of green slime. Because it's the same thing that was used on Aurora.
Aurora knows all about that.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately.
And we'll say you get 2 empty flasks as well.
Thank you, Pika.
And that's it.
Okay.
And as you're
I have
looting
a plan for the cage.
As you're looting the bodies, the bartender's like, don't worry about the bodies. We'll Shishka, drag the bodies outside, will you? And one of the
They are
Bar
knocked out, so be careful.
tenders, one of the bartender's helpers starts dragging them outside. Son kicks the guy who threw acid at her. But yeah. So thank you guys once sorry. Thank you guys once again for helping clean them up. You guys want some free rooms for the night?
Be great.
Yeah. It's the least I can do for helping me out.
Much appreciated.
Thank you, friend.
Is there, besides getting the drinks with grog, is there anything else specific that you guys are wanting to do here? I know we're
Tonight,
kind of
no.
wanting to skip the town stuff and get to the.
Yeah,
Well,
we were
have
just
to pick up
planning
armor.
to collect armor in the morning and basic fresh food provisions for the journey.
Yep.
On our way out.
All right, so you guys spend the rest of the evening here. Grog perks up enough to have some drinks with Aurora on his tab, and you guys head to bed for the night. Banane, you can roll your book stuff if you'd like.
Okay.
And he actually ends up letting you guys stay an extra night as well for free. Provided Saflin is willing to play some music the next night.
Naturally.
I don't think she would be averse to
I don't think you
strutting
even
her
really
stuff.
need to ask.
So you guys spend this night and one extra night here. Saflin, you end up making 4 gold
Okay.
from your performance.
Excellent.
And how much does Son make?
And we're doing long rest, correct?
Sleight of hand. Yes, you would be doing a long rest now. Finally.
Yay!
Son, roll stealth for me, please. Ooh, 20. Okay. With that sleight of hand, we'll say you don't get all that lucky this time. You find another 5 gold.
There's no stealing from the barkeep. He
Right.
let us stay for free. That would be wooed.
Does anybody want one of these slings for a ranged weapon?
I believe Callan already has one.
I'm not very good with range, though, am I?
I mean, if you don't have proficiency, then you don't get to add your proficiency bonus to the roll, but you can still use it to attack.
Yeah, because I think the only ranged thing I have, well, beside magic, is my one dagger.
Like, it's not a ton of damage, but it's still a ranged attack that you can do. If you don't have spells and you don't want to get close. And we picked up 4 of them from those people, so
And then I guess take a certain amount of ammo.
yeah.
Sure, I'll take one.
Would we have had a full set of sling ammunition for each one, or would it have been like just a smaller amount?
It wouldn't have been totally full because these people
Mhm.
would have been using it. But we'll say total you get like 2.5 full ammunition for it.
Okay.
So yeah.
So Nene, go ahead and add sling bullets.
Yep.
In addition to the sling, and just reduce your quantity. If we're saying it's split between, if they each have half, so change your quantity of ammo down to 10 instead of 20.
Okay.
And at the end of a fight, you can recover half of the ammo that you use by looking around the battlefield to get it back.
Right.
Okay.
It's honestly, it's just like a bunch of rocks kind of thing.
It makes sense.
Yeah. It's marbles.
Right, so yeah, make sure
I'm
all
just
of you
gonna
have
keep
done
it
your
in my
long
bag
rest.
for now. Yep, I have.
Yep.
All right, so your next day after this brawl was fairly uneventful. End up going back to the tavern that night.
Question.
Yeah.
Was Luna supposed to recover when I did a long rest?
Yeah, she would too. She would too. Yes. Yeah, you can put her back up to the full amount.
Yep, because she'll have armor.
Because she'll get the armor momentarily.
I am so confused. Why is it not working?
Do I need to do it?
I believe temporary hit points also get reset today because it's a new day.
Yep.
So any temporary hit points you've gained, you want to remove.
Yep. They automatically went away when I did the long rest.
I wasn't sure if Luna's did.
Right.
She didn't have any.
Luna looks good.
I gave Luna more already. Figured I'd ask.
Yeah. All right, so you guys go back to the tavern that night. Saflin does her performance, and you guys spend another night there, so you can
Do I do
another
another medicine
roll.
check?
Uh-huh.
I do another medicine roll?
Yep. 21, that's pretty
Ooh.
good.
That is better.
All right. So you guys wake up in the morning. It is the day that you need to leave on your journey. It's also the day you need to pick up the armor. So I assume you guys go straight for the armor, and you guys also wanted to go do a little shopping.
Just for basic, like, fresh food out of town, just so we're not doing trail rations the entire way.
You're cutting off big time, Lily.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I could hear her. I heard
Yeah, I
her.
heard her
You
just
went
fine.
robot-y.
Apparently it's just you having me as a robot, Nene.
Yep.
Hey, wait, what's going on?
It's
It
only
was
you.
just you.
Yeah,
Okay,
the rest
I
of
guess
us
my
can hear
internet's going out then.
All right, so you guys make your way over to the blacksmith first thing in the morning.
Okay.
And he's like, "Hey, good to see ya. I got the armor all ready for you."
I'm totally excited.
All right, where's the kitty?
And Luna will basically be right up beside me, just
Mm-hmm.
looking at him.
Okay, let's
I'll
see.
step forward and say, "Here."
Curio, not you. He's talking about Luna.
Hey,
Remember?
you're a funny guy.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's get this fitted on you, girl. And he's like, kind of, he gives her a little brush down, flatten her fur so it'll sit nice. And as he's doing that, he's like, "Oh, that's a nasty scar you got there. How'd that happen?"
She almost died. Hence my
Oh,
reasoning for the armor.
that's not good. Yeah, it's a nasty little scar you got there. So yeah,
Think
this is a
implied
new scar, something you had not noticed yet.
Banana helped us
A
out.
new one I've not noticed?
It was from that battle. You just hadn't specifically noticed it.
Oh. Well then.
So that would be
I
something
guess
you'd
I'll-
probably be like, "Oh, scar?"
Scar, and then I just like bend down and I start looking through
Yeah,
her
right
fur.
here.
I'm like,
It's got like
I
a
did
nice
not-
so yeah, so it's got like a nice gash wound that's already healed up. Because she was magically healed, but the scar is still there from it.
I did not notice that.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And
Well,
then I
this
guess I'll just pet Luna's head and be like, I'm so sorry.
well, this armor should help
She
protect
did
her
take care of the guy.
in the future. And he slips the armor on her, and it's like the perfect fit.
And I guess teaches me how to attach it to her.
Yes.
Boy.
He teaches you how to put it on, take it off.
At least I can breathe a little now. She's had a really close call, and now this. I'm worried about her.
Yeah.
Hence the armor.
All right, so you guys finish up
Thank
there.
you so much.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Anything I can do for you guys, really. It's
And then
my
I guess
pleasure. I
I'll,
love doing this kind of work.
I'll lean down and pet Luna's head and be like, I don't know what I would do if I lost you.
She kind
Cry
of nuzzles
like a
up against
baby.
you.
I probably
like,
would, honestly.
She like gives you a little lick.
Honestly, I was kind of crying when she came close to dying.
Oh.
Legit.
Oh. All right. So you guys finish up there. Then you wanted to do some last-minute shopping, right?
Yep, at the market for fresh food.
I did a perception check to look around for fresh food.
All right. With 17,
Oh,
you find some pretty fresh produce at the market.
Would
What's that?
Ifarath been at
Ifarash?
Ingalls? Or Ifarash?
She was not there this morning. No.
Okay. So I was gonna say bye to her, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she was not there this time.
You could ask him to say bye to her for you.
Oh, yeah, we could if she's not gone yet. But yeah,
yeah.
let's just say
Callan
we
probably
asked...
would have been like, is Ifrash here today? No, guys, she's not. She's left for the day already. Oh, all right. Well, would you say bye to her for me?
How about
Yeah,
for all of
sure.
us too?
Yeah, I'll pass the message along. Okay. He kind of smiles. All right, so yeah, with that perception check, you do find some fresh produce at the market. It's actually with the same person that you had spoken to before when you were saving the market people from Boss Grimley's gang.
Okay.
So she gives you a decent deal. You can mark, let's say 6 silver off.
Okay.
Just a bunch of rations.
Mm-hmm. So after all this is said and done, you guys get ready to set out. Do you head to the guild before going, or are you just heading straight out after shopping?
I'm assuming we wouldn't have left anything at the guild when we left
Not
to go
particularly,
out.
no. You got the info and...
We're already on a task that has a timeline, so we
Mhm.
probably wouldn't pick anything else up yet either.
My only
Okay.
thought is if we had quote-unquote left something in rooms or something.
Right.
But yeah, otherwise, no, I would say go straight out to the
All right.
You
And
can't really take on quests because of the time limit.
And with the like information packet you guys got, you did get like an insignia, like a guild insignia, for any like quests like this one where like your identity is kind of important.
Has to be proven.
Yeah, it has to be proven. You get like this little insignia with the guild's emblem on it that's like official, in case you're questioned. So you guys start heading out of town, and you're almost to the gate when May comes running up from behind you guys. Wait!
I guess we should have gone back to the guild hall.
Oh, so glad I caught you guys. She's a little bit out of breath.
Hey May, what's up?
Well, I have another quest for you guys. It's the same way you're already going. Oh, man, that was a long run. I knew you guys were heading out today, so glad I didn't miss you. She hands you some information. There's a farm, and she pulls out the map. And let me bring you guys over to the map real quick. So this farm right here, if you can see it.
Okay.
She wants you to check in on them because they are a couple days late on their delivery, and they're usually very good at being on time. So people are starting to get worried about them.
Wellness
check-up
check.
quest.
Yeah. So just
Wellness
check in on them. You're already going that way anyways, so she figured you guys were a good one to
Sure, we can do that.
check in.
It was one
How
of our
do
stop
we-
spots.
How do we get back in contact with May once we've done the check-in though? Because we're going all the way to somewhere else.
You could send a messenger.
Yeah, we can always hire a courier, or even
Yep.
at the mansion that we're going to for this party. they may be willing to send a message back as well, depending if we have a good relationship.
All right, so
Okay.
you guys get a second quest to go along with this one.
Check up on farm.
Mm-hmm.
Is
So
there
yeah,
a
just check
name
up on their
for?
welfare.
Is there a name for the leader of the group that we're looking for?
The leader of the group,
The head of
the head
household,
of the farm,
I believe, is what she meant.
Yes. So his name, let me pull it up real quick. Is
Insert random name here.
Tafgar.
Okay.
Can you spell that?
Tafgar.
Okay.
And his daughter, Quartergar, and his son, Eighthgar.
Not Halfgar.
Okay,
With a T.
so who is Tafgar? The lord of the manor,
Yeah,
or the person we're doing the wellness check
farm.
on?
The head
Farm.
of the farm household.
Oh, head of the farm.
Yeah.
They're late on delivery, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay, so the wellness check person. That's what I was asking.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So she bids you all adieu, and well wishes on your travels, and you guys head out.
Travel.
Yes.
Take care of yourself, May.
So the the area where the mansion is about a day's trek.
Okay.
So you guys head out. There isn't much that happens on your way there. You find some nice flowers. You catch a badger and eat it. And set up camp for the night. Nothing really happens. Keep watch, that sort of thing. And
Eat the improved rations.
yep. And so the next morning you get up. You end up reaching the edge of the mountains. So like this area right here, like between the bottom of those two mountains, is like the edge of their property. Their property encompasses this entire mountain surrounded area. And you can tell when, yes, exactly like that. And you can tell when you get there because there is a sign off to the side. There's like a there is a path going that way. Like it leads all the way up to the mansion. But it's the sign is like a kind of past this point is the mansion's
Private
property, no trespassing type of thing.
Right. Private property keep out.
Right. So I assume you guys keep going and ignore the sign.
Well, we're
you were
invited, so yes.
All right.
We're hired to be here, so if we don't show up, that's kind of a problem.
So to get to the mansion from here, from this point, is about a 2-hour trek. So
Okay.
by the time you guys get to the mansion, or see it in your sights, it's about 2:00 in the afternoon.
Okay.
So you're walking up this path, and it's leading straight up to this house. Like you saw it off in the distance, and you're like, "Oh, that's not so big." But then, as you're getting closer and closer, you're realizing
It's like,
just
holy
how
crap, this is huge.
big
Getting
this
bigger
mansion
and
is,
bigger.
and it is like 3 stories tall. Like you have not. It's like about as big as the guild.
Oh, yeah, a giant building.
Yes.
Yep.
So you've never seen a house that's owned by like one person this big before.
It's an actual mansion, not a Mick mansion.
Right. So there is a set of steps leading up to a door. with a big knocker on it. There is, let's see. It's got like a bunch of windows lining the front, and
Before we knock,
like a sorry, excuse me.
you're good.
And there's like a hatch on the left that you could open up and go in if you wanted. So what do you
not
guys do?
just walk straight in.
Before we go in,
Mm-hmm.
DM, can I ask, are any of us looking a little grimy from our travels at all, or are we in relatively
Most likely.
good shape?
You guys are still in your normal everyday clothes. And you've just been on this 1.5 day trek, so you're probably a bit grimy.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
Which, let me double check the limitations here. 5-foot cube.
And what all can it do?
I'm curious what you're trying to do with it.
I was trying to see if I could make us look a little better.
Nope.
But I don't think I can. No. I could get one of us. So I could get myself, if anything. But I could also just disguise myself to someone who looks cleaner. So.
Alright, so you're not casting Minor Illusion?
Out of curiosity, are we early?
For the party, yes, you would still be early for the party at this point.
Do you think they would be insulted if we asked if there was a quarters that we might be able to use to get cleaned up, that we've had a long travel?
And I take a few minutes.
Does anyone know
without a spell? No. Can I take a few minutes without a spell to kind of clean up, as just like if we have dirt on us, dusting the dirt off kind of thing? Just like
yeah, you could
basic cleanup.
You can't get like super clean that way, but you could get a little bit of the dirt off that way, so you're slightly more presentable.
I don't want to track dirt into their nice house.
Right.
That would give the wrong impression.
Does Callan have prestidigitation?
Callan does not.
Okay.
I mean, what we could always do is before we get up close, I'm sure we have our canteens or whatever it is of water. Do we have a rag that we could wipe ourselves down?
You could probably find a rag, and you could use a little bit of your water rations to give yourself a little wipe down.
My other thought, please, for the love of gosh, can we take out our insignias before we go up to the door so they know who we are?
Yeah, that also. Our identification would also be good. There's a reason why I wasn't just going straight for it.
The only thing that Callan has that could be of any use would be Unseen Servant.
Alright, so I'm gonna disguise self on myself as my free cantrip.
Alright.
To make myself look cleaner.
Okay.
She's putting on her makeup.
Just a more polished version of myself, yes.
Are you making yourself look like spotless clean, or just a little cleaner?
Probably just a step below spotless clean.
Okay.
Don't you think that would look fishy as crap, though, if we're not exactly spotless and you are?
Well, that's why I'm not. That's why I'm not going for spotless. That's why I'm going for a step above, like a step above, not worn.
Right.
I'm trying to keep in step.
I will say you guys did pick up your horse and carriage, as well on the way out.
But if I'm the face, I'm gonna try to look like I'm a little bit more kept.
And there is like a like sort of stables off to the side, that they have for people to park their carriages and such. All right, so you cast disguise self so that you'd look cleaner. The rest of you tried to clean up a bit. For those cleaning up, roll me a either a survival, nature, or medicine check. Your choice.
For me, I'm definitely gonna do medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Just normal with this.
Yeah, just straight roll. Huh?
Wait, is
Lilia
that
with
not
a nat
20?
20. Yep.
So what? I guess I get myself almost dang spotless.
Yeah, you're able to get yourself pretty clean. Let's see. Callan will roll
I'm wondering if I should transforming Luna and then having her as
nature
a cat
check.
later would just be weird.
Mm-hmm.
You'd also
So
have to
Callan
go
gets a
through
21.
all the trouble of clothing her
I have a dress.
Can
right
I?
now.
Oh,
The
was
clothier gave me a dress for her, but I have a actual
Callan rolled
ribbon for
nature
her.
instead of survival? Is that intentional?
Yeah, I said survival, nature, or medicine.
Okay.
I went with the big one.
Nature was his best one, so.
Well,
But yeah,
Cool,
Firebite, I
cool.
have a ribbon for her for the
well,
actual
and Callan
party.
also has 2 rolls, so.
Yeah, that's because I have 2 windows open.
Okay. Well, for us, the first roll is a 21.
Yep,
Callan.
that's what I have as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just always going to do with what I see first, to make it simple.
Okay.
So yeah, with these rolls, you guys end up getting quite a bit cleaner, actually. You're much less grimy. Lilia even, once she's done with herself, she helps rub down or wipe down Aurora, who wasn't getting quite as good with the clean. She's like, "No, Aurora, you missed a spot. You didn't even get your back at all."
What? Something wrong here?
So
Yeah.
she's just
Good thing I
kind
did
of helps you
disguise
rub
stuff.
down. So you all
He's
end
tall.
up looking
He has trouble dusting his boots.
quite a bit better, actually, with these rolls. So you're not as stinky, grungy as you could have been.
And I tried to fluff Luna's fur, try to hide her scars.
Right. Is Luna wearing her armor?
No, I would have said I would have tried to put it into a bag of holding if possible.
All right. Okay. So. All right. So then, I assume you guys are knocking on the doors now.
Yes.
With insignias in hand.
Hi, Kinko. All right. So
I'll knock the knocker
you knock on the door
and then step back.
and wait a moment. And pretty
Then
soon,
I'll push Safi in front of me.
pretty soon they're like double doors. They're big double doors, and they start to slowly open inward. And before you stands a very finely dressed, kind of like suit and tie butler, and he is a Harengon, so he's a rabbit person. He's like, "May I help you?"
Hello. We were tasked with coming here to help with the protection of a certain item of importance.
You from the guild?
Yes, we are.
May I see some identification?
And we'll show the insignias. Yeah.
I see. All right then, let's look at you. Not too bad. I assume that is not the drab that you will be wearing to the party.
No, of course not. We have much finer clothing for the occasion. We just didn't want to dirty it on the road.
Very good, very good. We will have you change post-haste.
That would be wonderful. If there's a place where we could get ourselves a little bit more freshened up, that would be delightful.
Of course. Why don't you come in?
Okay. Go ahead and follow him in.
And he even lets you bring the animals in as well.
Excellent.
So, you guys walk in. We have a new map here. If you want to zoom out. Probably have to zoom out a bit. So you walk in, and you come into this entryway. Before you is two sets of stairs, one to your left, one to your right, that lead up to a landing. They join together at a landing. Underneath each of the stairs is doorways, and to the left and right of the stairs are these big gargoyle statues, each with a dagger in hand. And the Harangon, the butler, says, "My name is Brimble. Welcome to the Rat Estate." Want us to change post haste? Why are they wanting us to change posts?
Spell rat for the Rat Estate. Is it what it sounds like?
R-A-T-T.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah,
Yep.
I couldn't see it on the map before.
Yep. All right. There's also a door to the far left end of the hall, end of the room, and a door to the far right end of the room. So this is a door, this is a door, this is a door, this is a door.
And I'm guessing up top are also two doors.
Those are underneath the stairs. That's like a pass through under the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Saflin is going to make a show of politely looking around and saying, "This is a lovely estate. Has it been here for quite some time?"
Yes, it is quite old, in fact. Also, right here and here on the landing is another set of stairs that goes up even further. So, let's see. So, like, right... no. I need to draw.
I love how the rest of us are just being really quiet.
Like, right here and here.
Okay. If I may ask, in what part of the estate is the event going to be held?
It will be held in a number of rooms. We will start in the dining room, move to the drawing room later, and then the event will end in the ballroom.
Do you believe we'd have time for a short tour of those designated areas for security concerns, of course, you understand,
Of course,
after we
madam.
freshened up a bit?
Of course.
Wonderful. And where should we head to freshen up?
So he leads you off to a side room that you guys can change in, freshen up in, and put on your fancy clothes. I do require you to change before proceeding anywhere further into the manor.
Naturally, we wouldn't want to give any of the guests the wrong impression.
Mm-hmm. So you guys...
Saplin's just like completely going with it, gonna...
Mm-hmm.
Butter would not melt in her mouth, basically.
San hides her
Okay.
daggers.
Yep.
Well, that's
you
the
guys-
point of you having the extra
this is-
piece with your
This is
dress.
why we have invisible holsters and pockets. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys go ahead
Right.
and get changed.
Yes.
There's an area for you with like some water for you to get a little more cleaned up than before.
Yes,
Mhm.
Pika, Son's dress has lots of little hidden pockets for daggers.
They also
And-
gave her a leg piece, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did get a holster, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
We got a leg holster.
I guess I can't bring my quarterstaff in with me. That just would not look right.
If you can disguise it, maybe.
I don't have disguisings.
I have a
It's a
disguise
walking
kit.
staff.
Just dress it up a little bit and nobody will know the difference.
I don't really use a quarterstaff though. If I have to do any protecting, I'll probably end up doing magic. But I can always bring my dagger
I
with
don't
me.
know if I'll be allowed to bring my loot in or not. Depends on what part they're having us play.
That's something you could definitely ask him. So after you guys finish getting changed, you're brought back out into this entrance hall. He directs you to the left. Alright, so over here, we have the kitchen. You can go in if you'd like. You won't be spending much time in there, though, theoretically. Unless you need to check for security purposes. I don't
Might not
pretend
be a
to know
bad
how to do
idea,
your
just
job.
to ensure that there are no hiding places where someone could be nefarious enough to interrupt the proceedings.
Sounds like a plan. So he stands off to the side and opens the door for you.
And I'll gesture for whoever in our group typically is pretty good at perception, because I think we'd probably have a feel for that at this point.
Right.
For who is a little bit more investigatory minded. So I'll
I mean, my perception is higher, so
I'll also
plus
pull
4.
San forward because San will have an insight as to where
Well,
sneaky folks might hide.
Mm-hmm.
that'll help quite a bit.
Yes.
So
So
you walk in. Everyone walks into the. Or do you have everyone come in, or just a few people?
I'm just pulling a few people in,
Okay.
but the other ones can be in the doorframe if you'd like. But probably only a few of us would actually be in the room, so as not to crowd the space too much.
Okay.
With my
So
perception, I assume I'm doing well with it.
so you walk in, and immediately you are greeted by an Aarakocra, which is a bird person. She's like she looks like a hen. She's kind of stocky and on the larger side. And she comes up to you, says, "Who are you? Why are you in my kitchen? Out!"
Terribly
And
sorry for the intrusion. We are here on behalf of Master
Brimble
of
would
the Manor.
actually
Brimble would intervene.
interject. Yeah, he'd say, "You lead. These are the security that was hired from the guild. They are here to inspect and make sure everything is safe tonight for the event." Like, if you must, fine, come in.
Terribly sorry for the intrusion. We won't be long at all. We're just trying to make sure that no unsavory types will wreck your
Get that animal
evening
out of
and
here!
get
No
in your
animals
way.
in the kitchen.
I will gesture for Morrow to get back
Out! This is so unsanitary. Oh, and she starts wiping down everywhere that Mora was.
Terribly sorry. They are well
Everything must be
trained, however.
perfectly clean. Perfectly clean.
We will certainly keep them out of your space if that is your preference.
Yes, for sure. Oh, they're such
Okay.
filthy animals. All animals are filthy. You get the idea, or you get the sense that she really likes things to be clean.
Slightly OCD?
And
yeah.
Brimble actually
Also, my
introduces
thought-
her to you as the head housekeeper of the estate.
Okay.
Right. So she's responsible for all the cleanup. So she's just trying not to make her own job harder.
Yep. Also,
Yeah.
though, is she also not part animal?
Technically.
I mean, that could also be part of it too, because it's kind of hard to tell from the size of the image, but it looks like she might be of the fell persuasion, or
The
the
That's what
fell?
he
fell
said.
persuasion.
That's what he said. She was part chicken.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I said
she's a hen.
Fowl,
Yeah.
as in
Oh,
bird.
fowl. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yes.
Bird.
Well, he did say that she looked chicken.
So a dire wolf and a large panther might put her on edge for other reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also cat, so kind of slightly offended that she's saying that all animals are dirty.
All right, so
Oh, my associate has a question. Where does this staircase lead?
that staircase there leads up 2 floors to the servants' quarters.
Would you mind if we took a look around there?
I guess if you must.
Thank you very much.
Um,
We will endeavor to be out of your way as quickly as
And-
possible. I'm sure you have a lot of work on your hands tonight.
Also, while you guys are roll investigation or perception while investigating the kitchen.
Definitely doing perception for me because that's higher. Not bad.
I am really bad at perception today.
But didn't I already do a perception in the kitchen?
That was looking for hiding spots when we entered, which I don't know if Meteor resolved.
I didn't see it, so we'll take your first perception.
Yeah, because I'm sure
So you
20
got a
is
20.
definitely better than 15.
Yeah. So with your 20, there are a few things to note that you find while looking around. So there is a hatch here that leads down, and inside the pantry there is a second hatch here.
So
Then, of
can I
course, the
say I
staircase
have
that
my
Son is
notebook
at.
on me with a pen and I'm marking this down?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to insight check her when she was
All right. What are you
kind of acting aggrieved.
acting aggrieved?
When she was acting like we were like a huge imposition and she wanted the animals out, I was looking for if there was anything suspicious with that or not, or if
Okay.
it was just genuinely she's OCD, she doesn't want to deal with this.
With a 21 insight, it's genuine.
Okay.
She's being very genuine at the moment.
Okay, so she's not secretly shady.
Correct. All right. So yeah, that is the stuff you find. That right there is a window. So that's
Okay. So we have
You-
multiple points of interest and potentially entry.
Uh-huh. And those 2 hatches are on the outside of the building. So you'd have to go outside to get to those.
Would those be the hatches that we saw from the entrance? Or at least one of them?
This one is, yes.
Okay. Who typically uses these hatches from the exterior?
Those are just alternative ways to get into the basement.
Are they typically servant entrances? Are they general
Yes.
entrances?
Servant entrances.
Thank you very much.
One leads to the boiler room, and one leads to our cold room.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we can probably have someone posted at the hatches to make sure no one who's not supposed to be here enters into them.
Very good.
So, like, do we
Depending on
have
Can we lock
use
them?
of any
Spaces.
manor guards or
Uh,
anything like that, or is it just us?
It is just you guys.
Okay.
And the house help. But they're
Okay.
mostly servants.
Right.
And regarding if you can lock them, we do keep them locked.
Okay.
Excellent.
The house staff usually just uses the hatches in here.
So you use them from inside.
Yeah.
Access from
Excellent.
inside instead of out. Hi, Abby.
Only the house heads, such as myself, Brimble,
Thank you,
and
Implied.
the the lord of the house, have keys to the outside cellars.
Doesn't quite fit, but it fits.
So San wants to go upstairs. Okay.
Yeah, we wanted to investigate the servants' quarter briefly.
Just to make sure there's no obvious security issues.
Very good. All right.
I would like to
so-
ask that
Pika,
someone who is able pull up detect magic somewhere at this point.
Callan can do
Just
that.
because it is technically, it usually stays up for about 10 minutes, I believe.
And yeah, Pika, those knives I'm assuming are for cooking. I
Yeah,
don't
those would
think
be
you need to
chef
worry about
knives.
them.
So if you look above the kitchen area, that's the next landing you arrive at when going up the stairs. There is a door there, which leads into the main housing area. But then the stairs go up another level to the servants' quarters. And
Son is trying the door.
Want to see where that door goes.
so that door is currently locked. Abby, hi.
Abby's saying, listen to me, pay attention to me.
All right, and then are you gonna go up the stairs then?
Where does the door on the landing in the servants' area, that staircase, go?
That goes to the main living quarters.
And is that door usually locked?
We have locked it for this event.
Thank you very much. That is very helpful to know.
Of course.
Continue
So
going
it'll stay
upstairs. Yep.
locked.
Yes, it will stay locked throughout the party.
Thinking to myself, let's hope nobody has a lockpick.
All right, so you want to go up the stairs?
I think you need to drag Callan up there. I'll stay down here because he's got the perception. I guess.
I'd be standing kind of halfway so that I can hear any questions said from the people upstairs, but also field questions.
Okay.
To the person.
You're wanting to shove the cupboards over? Okay.
Or were you saying that the cupboard could be shoved over to block the door?
You kind of pull them out from the wall, and there's just a wall behind it.
Yeah,
she wants to shove them in front.
Thinking about making a barricade.
Okay. To do that would block people from using the stairs very well.
So that
it would make it much more difficult to go up the stairs.
Okay.
Because if you look at like the size and in front of the stairs and the size of the dressers,
all right,
it is a fairly narrow space.
I imagine servants would still be traversing through that wing in the kitchen during the party in order to take shifts.
Yes.
But yeah, not a good idea.
Yes, this is a fairly heavily trafficked area. This is the main way up to the third floor.
But what we can always do, Pika, is we can maybe post somebody on the other side of the door, depending on where it is in relation to things, so that you can watch that people don't go in there.
Honestly, if any of us knew the alarm spell, that would be enormously useful right now, but I don't think we can learn that this early.
I was just thinking too bad we didn't have some sort of a thing that could set off alarms.
Yeah. It's a higher level spell.
And I'm sure items like that probably, if there was, would be super expensive.
Son wants to ask if they have a bell.
Well, we would likely want to use that in the location where the item is going to be kept rather than random entrances.
We do
artifacts for first level.
A few bells, yes.
Oh, so they can get alarm at that level. I don't know if he prepared it.
does not have alarm.
He does not have alarm, no.
Yeah,
he does have detect magic. He has identify, mending.
Well, he should have detect magic from the rod of detect magic.
Yeah,
anyway.
he has the detect magic from the rod.
Yeah.
So are you wanting Callan up there with his detect magic?
I'd
My
like him
assumption
to
would be
be
yes.
traveling everywhere with Detect Magic up that we go, yeah. Just to ensure that there's nothing out of place.
Alright, so he comes up here with you guys, and he casts Detect Magic.
Because I'm assuming, does the rod or wand of Detect Magic work the same way as the base spell, in that once you cast it, you have a time limit that it remains up?
Yes. So it
Okay.
is concentration up to 10 minutes.
Yeah, so I'd want him to do one casting of it, and we traverse as much as we can within those 10 minutes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Just trying to mark off the charge.
Yeah. But that way, if there's anything magical that might be a problem during this event, in the servants' quarters, in the kitchen, any of the places, he would be able to detect that that object is magical and what school it's from.
Right.
If anything
So-
would stand out to him worth noticing.
Right.
Okay. So
I'm assuming nothing worth
once
noticing.
once he
Continue on.
casts it, there is nothing in the general vicinity that he detects as magical at the moment.
Okay. And it's 30 feet, so it covers a decent distance.
Mm-hmm. You do have to remember that this is a large mansion, though, so...
Right.
Um,
But I mean, it'll pretty much cover a room.
right. It should cover a room at a time, easily.
Mm-hmm.
Should
Alright.
we be
Alright.
checking the basement?
Yeah, some of you could be checking the basement while they
Yeah,
check
that would also be
further up the
recommended.
stairs.
So I guess to make it easy, we're checking everywhere to see if we notice anything of importance.
Right.
Yep.
Any security issues?
Alright, so...
Yeah, any magical items, any entrances or exits or hiding spaces that are suspicious, etc.
Alright.
I'm wondering if they have a layout of the mansion that we could borrow for the duration of the job.
Um...
Oh, it is a mansion. They've even got a boiler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he mentioned it was a boiler room.
So
Cold room.
you could inquire about a floor plan. So
I'm upstairs.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would address that to Brimble. Be like, do you perhaps have a floor plan of the mansion that we could reference?
I could fetch one for you, yes.
That would be wonderful if you could do that for us.
Of course. And he goes off to fetch one. So below the kitchen is the view of the boiler room and cold room, which you can inspect.
Moro would have to move through the kitchen to get to the cold room, so I don't think Moro would get there without the housekeeper noticing.
Right.
Yeah,
as soon
my
Saying-
best guess is Moro should be Yeah, Moro is a dire wolf. Moro would definitely be noticed. And I don't think Moro can go through a hatch.
Moro might think she's sneaky, though.
But could Moro, with her size, fit down a hatch?
Moro's pretty much human size. So yes.
So all the way on the right at the bottom of the map is the next landing that you guys would come across.
Okay. For the servants' quarters?
For the servants' quarters, yes.
And so we have two doorways there, or is that a doorway and a window at the bottom?
It's a window at the bottom, doorway at the top and right.
Okay.
Map's not laid out very well, is it? That we're jumping all over the place.
Yeah,
there's a lot to lay out.
There's a lot in this mansion, so...
Mm-hmm.
The only other way to do it, probably with the map limitations for the size, would be to do it a floor at a time, which would be confusing with us all on different floors.
Right. All right. So,
Yep.
which door would you guys like to try?
All of them.
Do you guys split up, or?
One of the things that I would have liked to ask Brimble at some point would be if the item we're protecting is already here, or if it's arriving later in the day.
So he
Would
returns.
we know that?
He returns with the map and hands it to you, and he says, "It is already here. It is in a secure location at the moment."
So it is already here.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
I would want us to visit it with detect magic as well, just to make sure it's not already been swapped.
right. I assure you, it is not been swapped. So for the sake of time, I am going to reveal the third floor.
Yep, just because
In
assume we're going
entirety.
everywhere.
Yes.
Right.
We're going everywhere
can.
we are permitted to go. And if we're not permitted to go somewhere, I'm going to insight check why and send someone stealthy to go anyway.
Okay.
Send Moro. Moro's very sneaky.
All right. So
Housekeeper's quarters.
yeah. So there's a couple offices for the housekeeper and the butler. Servant dining.
Washrooms.
There's washrooms for men and women. Laundry room. A
We'll
wine
need to use that
storage.
shortly.
There's a wine storage here, and then bedrooms. Another storage. 2 storage areas up higher, and then the head butlers and head housekeepers.
I guess do a perception check, see if I notice anything.
Where is Morrow at this point? Still in the
So-
cold storage? Could we have done a perception check to see if we'd noticed Morrow?
Notice Moro sneaking in? Yeah. If
Yeah.
Moro's actually going to try and sneak in,
Well,
she would need to roll
clearly,
stealth.
Clearly, Morrow did because Morrow was raiding the cold storage. So clearly,
so-
we should have had an opportunity.
Yeah, so
Why
Moro
are
would
my
need to roll
rolls not going
stealth to
Moro
get into
rolled
the
still.
basement.
Yeah, we
Oh.
just didn't get to roll to see if we spotted.
Because in order to get into the cold room, Moro would need to go into the pantry, which is over here. The door to the
Because
pantry
the
is here.
housekeeper should also
then
have
down
been
into-
able to
Um,
roll.
This one here.
My rolls are not going through.
you
Make
have-
sure that the extension you have it set to send to.
I haven't changed anything and I've rolled already. It's not letting me roll a perception again.
Refresh.
I did.
Did you refresh roll 20?
Yeah, I'd see all of them went through just now
Oh, yep,
when you
there they are.
refresh roll 20.
Yep.
It's weird.
Okay, so have Moro roll stealth.
Moro rolled a 16.
Yeah, that was rolled a while ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry, 17.
A
17
17.
stealth.
All right, so
I rolled a really shitty perception, so I didn't notice, but
So
the
Yuli,
housekeeper would have also rolled it.
yeah, Yuli's gonna roll perception, which is a +3. She
I
didn't
was
see
saying-
anything. Moro
Okay.
was super stealthy.
Because I was saying, like, how is Morrow going to get into the, like, through the trap door or the doors?
Yeah,
And
Morrow doesn't have
downstairs.
opposable thumbs.
That's true.
Has a jaw, though.
And that is a ladder down.
Yeah,
So-
how are you going to get down? How is Morrow going to get down the ladder? That's what I was saying. How is she going to get through the door?
So we'll say Moro can get into the pantry. but getting down into the cold room would be problematic without causing a lot of noise. And by the way, they're I don't have them displayed on the map. There are like servants everywhere.
Yeah, there would be other people that might notice.
Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, logistically, I don't know how she'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
And Saplin, while you're still in the kitchen there, one of the servants that's working at the stove, like, shouts out, "Ah! Oh! My hand! I burnt
Are you
it!
alright?
I burnt it! Oh!"
I will go
And
ahead
Yuli
and
rushes over.
I will cast Healing Word on him.
Oh! It is a woman, by the way.
Or her.
Oh! She holds out the hand for you as you're casting. Oh! Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh.
He gets 6 HP back.
Oh, thank you. This is such an important day. I would have hated to get in trouble for this.
Yes, we need everyone on hand that can be for such an important event as tonight. Do try to be more careful.
Oh, I will. Oh,
Do you
that
think,
really hurt.
well, so she's not in pain anymore?
Correct.
Yeah, I
Okay, 'cause
fixed
I
it
was
because
gonna
y'all are
say-
busy. Y'all are elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, I probably would have heard the yelling.
Well, Media
Uh,
prefaced it with while I was in the kitchen, meaning I was probably the only one who was
Yeah,
within
you
range.
are upstairs exploring the servants' quarters.
You're up effectively
2 floors.
2 staircases.
Yeah, 2 floors higher. You probably wouldn't
I
have
was
heard it.
gonna say, if she was still in pain, could I have done something with herbalism kit to remove the pain?
The healing word would have healed it up well
Okay.
enough. So with your rolls for the 3rd floor,
11 didn't do so well.
you don't find anything of particular note. There are no locked doors up here. In fact, there's not even locks on the doors up here. So that would be one thing to note.
So this is the only way, or that stairwell besides through the kitchen, or that
There's-
main living quarters entrance besides the kitchen are the only 2 ways up into the
Correct.
servants' quarters.
Correct. The only way up to the servants' quarters floor to the 3rd floor is via that stairway in the kitchen.
Or through that main living corridor door.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, you
Let's,
get the
speed
idea
this up.
that you get the idea that the main household doesn't really want them doesn't want servants trouncing through their private living quarters to get to their floor. So it's just off to the side.
Yeah, they have their own wing effectively so that they don't come across the homeowners.
Right. So that they can be as unimposing as possible.
Yep. My thought is just if we do want to make coverage of it, just have one person posted at that door. And then I think you should be good because people would be going through the kitchen and I'm sure they'd be noticed.
Right.
Right.
All right. So, you guys don't really find anything upstairs. I assume you come back down.
Yep.
All right. Yuli is kind of exasperatedly like, "Are you guys done in here yet? I have so many things to finish before the party."
Yes, I do believe we're finished here. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Sorry for taking so much of your time.
It is what it is. Just leave me be now. And she kind of shoos you guys out.
Thank you for being patient with us. And I'll walk back out the door.
All right. So Brimble says, "Where would you like to see next?"
The other places that the item in question will be moved to, if anything, or where it is currently, if that's possible. even if it's just the hallway outside, so we can check for issues.
The item in question is securely locked away. It will not be brought out for any reason until it is time.
Okay. So I'm guessing
And
having one person posted with the item.
Yeah, the fact that he's intentionally not acknowledging that we're asking to see the item is kind of ringing alarm bells for me. Just a little. That's
Really an
kind of a
insight?
terrible insight roll, but
So with that insight, you don't detect anything heinous about what he's saying. It feels like he's just saying it's locked up. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
Can I do an insight roll and see if I
Yeah.
notice
San
anything?
has also rolled one and got
Yep.
a 20.
San with a 20, you detect the exact same thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
he's on
he's
the level.
Being genuine. Okay.
Yeah, you feel he is being genuine about this, yeah.
He's just not budging on letting the strange people see the item that, even though we're supposed to be protecting it.
And he is like specifically not saying where it is too.
Well, and I'm specifically not naming the item, so.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
So you wanted to see where it will be displayed.
Correct.
All right. Follow me. And he brings you to the other end of the hall. And we're gonna reveal this room. So this is the ballroom. It will be displayed in the center of the room here.
And I kind of glance over at Callan as he's following, and
so his previous one is up. He would have to cast again at this point.
yeah.
Well, if we use the detect magics from the wand, at least I still have detect magic for.
Correct. That's what I'm thinking. Expend the ones from the item first, so we have the actual spell as backup later if needed.
Right. All right. So he gets into the room and casts it again. And
Oh, there we go.
Let's see. I'm trying to see where 30 feet would be.
30 feet of Callan
Yeah.
would be this entire room.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
So
up to
And Callan knows the range.
And-
up to
and
this
feels like
first row.
he would probably
of
position
stairs.
himself in a way that would encompass the
Yeah.
fireplace area as well, because that is open. There is no wall there,
Mm-hmm.
and then there is
Well,
a
and
door.
even if there
right
is a
here.
wall, as long as the wall is not stone, detect
Right.
magic can
Right.
detect through it.
So, he still does not detect any magic at the moment.
Besides
with-
stuff that we obviously have, so yeah.
With the normal perception checks that we ran on entering the room to look for points of interest or security breaches, did we find anything?
I'm sorry. Say again.
Stan
we
and I
find-
both rolled perception to look around the room
For security breaches. Okay.
as we've been doing. Yeah.
Okay. So there's several windows along. There's like large windows around this entire room.
Do they open?
They do not.
Okay.
These windows do
Are
not open.
are they paned windows, or are the glass pieces big enough that someone could break through said window and actually travel through it?
They are big enough for someone to travel through if they were to break it, but
Okay.
there is no opening mechanism. They are kind of ornate.
Kinka is pained because of a purchase.
Uh-oh.
Very expensive pillow.
All right.
I'm guessing this is a door.
Yes, that is a door.
And
Does
where
that
does
go to
that
the
door
living
lead?
quarters?
That door leads to the drawing room.
May we see it, please?
And the party will also go to the drawing room, I'd imagine.
Yes,
You did say yes. That's why I said, may we see it, please?
of course. And so he escorts you in there. And let me reveal it. So upon entering
door
the drawing room,
here and here.
there is someone in here at the moment, sitting in a chair with like a cigar in his mouth. This is a rat folk. And Brimble, as he ushers you in, he kind of bows to this man. He says, "May I introduce to you the Lord of the Manor, Sir Pack Rat."
Appropriate.
And that sigh.
Uh,
I'll curtsy to him and say, it is a pleasure to meet you, sir.
And sir, may I introduce to you your security for the night? Oh, yes. I'm gonna blow up his thing here so you can see it a little better.
Oh my god, it even has the robe.
it's rat with a pondry robe. Yep.
Look at
Oh my gosh, that is perfect.
I found this image. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. So, yes. Good to meet you. I assume you will be... Sorry, what's he trying to say? I look forward to you being as nonchalant as possible tonight. You are to blend in.
Don't make it obvious that we're hired help. Try to blend in.
Exactly. You are to look as nothing but guests.
I do have a question. I am a bit of a performer by trade, and I've been told that I'm quite good.
We
Would you be
have music
opposed?
already.
Okay. So it would look unusual for me to bring my instrument into the party. That was my question.
If you are playing, then how would you be security?
Oh no, I was saying that I could look as though I was there to back up the performers, but not actually perform.
I guess
But
that
if you would
might
rather
not be
we
a bad
pose as
idea.
noble guest eitherwise, we can do that as well.
That idea could have merit, I suppose. Excuse me.
I think the goal is to more mingle and walk around and be like security, undercover, watch for any.
Well, if we're
weird
planting
stuff.
people in different locations, if we wanted to plant someone near the musicians, the musician would be the
Yeah.
most likely.
Do any of your spells require your instrument?
I mean, I can use it as a spell focus. It does not say anywhere that I require a spell focus for any of my specific spells.
But a
So
good thing, the enchanting performance, or yeah,
The enthralling performance
Yes.
would use it. Yes.
So-
but if anything does
Anything that
come
requires
down,
me to use my instrument to cast a spell effect, yes, would need it.
it could be
so
handy.
at this point, Callan goes, "Oh, what is that?" And he kind of pulls San aside. San.
Zahn was already pressing keys.
There is a lot of magic stuff down there. On the other side of the wall there.
I guess we should have gone in those entrances.
Oh, we can check that afterwards.
wondering if that's where.
Yeah, I'm trying
thing
to
is.
see if it's just flavor or if I actually do need to use my instrument as a spell focus for my spells. Because I know for the Mantle of Inspiration, it specifically, like, it says you gain the ability to weave a song of Fey magic.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't necessarily mean I have to use
would
my
say,
instrument. I could
I would
do
say
it
for
vocally.
this, you could do it vocally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rule you could do it vocally.
Okay.
And Son's just over there pressing keys. And Pack, it's like, would you please stop that racket? This is what professionals are. Hi.
Hey, Daddy.
Hi, buddy.
Are you still hungry for pizza, or did you
Sure.
eat any snacks?
I have not eaten any snacks.
Okay.
I would love some
Well,
pizza.
then we can bring you down some pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Hi to Melody and Rue.
Bards can use them as a focus, but not required. Okay. Shall we adjourn to the next room on the tour? Says Brimble.
My guess is yes.
All right,
I'm
this way,
sorry, what
please.
was going on?
Brimble's asking if our tour shall continue.
Yes, please. We
This
still
way.
need to make sure there's no other security concerns.
So this will be the last room that you guys have not seen on this floor.
That is the dining room.
This is the dining room. This is where the evening shall start. Oh, hello there! Who are these, Brimble? These are our security for the night, madam.
The lady of the house?
Yes.
I'm assuming so.
This is Miss Honey Rat.
Hello, ma'am. It's wonderful to meet you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Oh, you look so delightful in your dress. Oh, you
well,
too.
Thank you very much.
I love
We
the size that
wanted
I'm
to
getting.
make sure that we were dressed appropriately for the occasion.
Yes. Oh, you look divine, darling. It'll be perfect.
Just scanning the room as she's talking, just making sure I
Ye-
look.
And as she's talking to you, she yells over to her servant, "No, that plate is far too dirty. Get a new one." And the servant picks up the plate that he was just putting at the table and rushes off to get a new plate for the setting. So hard to find good help these days.
I imagine there must be quite a lot on your mind with such an important event this evening.
Oh yes, much.
We are terribly sorry for the intrusion. We'll certainly be out of your hair as quickly as possible. We are just trying to do a brief security check just to make sure that everything is ready and perfect for tonight.
For a second, I
And so we know what to look out for.
Oh
Basically
yes,
looking
I have
for-
much to do. Much to do. The party
Yep.
starts in 2 hours. Actually, at this point, it's
Okay.
probably closer to 1 hour. Party starts in just 1 more hour.
Well, then if you would excuse us, please, my lady. We will continue our security checks so that we can be out of your way and ready for the festivities.
Would have been fun to have Pack and Hun voice the kid. Yeah, it would have.
They have other Friday
Alright.
plans.
Okay, so is there anything else you guys are wanting to do before the party starts?
Destroy,
Is
There's
there
another
any
floor you have
other-
not.
Was this
looked
room
at.
the source of all the magic?
destroy the dining room, because there might be
No.
monsters.
Okay. Yeah,
Say
I would
again?
I would
Destroy
like
the dining
to
room, 'cause
search
there
for the
might be
source of the
monsters.
magic.
All right, you want to. All right, so where'd Callan go? He's under Aurora. All right, so Callan comes out here, trying to pinpoint the source of the magic. Oop, don't resize. And he's like walking around this room, and from what he can tell, it is like right here, but there seems to be no way to get into right here.
Would he ask that to Bramble?
You can?
It may be a
I
below
said-
ground vault.
I said, would he ask that?
I think he would be more likely to just be whispering to San.
And not bring it up.
So I don't think he would bring it up himself, but if anyone else wanted to bring it up, they could.
What kind
would
of
we see
magic
it,
was
though?
he sensing?
All different sorts.
So that
There's
might just be
A lot of magic.
vault.
It may just be a vault. Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
But because why I'm asking it is we don't see those things. We wouldn't know. It would only be him and San that would know what's down there. Correct?
Well,
Or-
San just told me.
See.
Yeah,
Oh.
so only Callan can see what's lighting up.
Okay.
But he would be telling you that's where it's coming from.
So I guess we could ask.
Is there something wrong?
Brimble, I know that you've said that the item in question is in a very secure place. Would this happen
Yes.
to be in this vicinity?
Why do you ask, madam?
I'm just gonna go straight out for honesty and say, as part of our security check, we're making sure that there are no untoward sources of magic that may cause difficulties, and we found a rather large concentration.
I see.
And if we can
That's-
detect it, that means that likely other folks will be able to as well.
I will say that we do have some items housed in the area, yes. But I will not
Can you
confirm whether or
assure
not...
me- Can you assure me that the entrances to said area are very secure? That is all I'm asking.
They are indeed, madam.
Okay. Because otherwise, that is creating a large target.
There is
which
no
gives
simple
me
lock.
concern. Okay.
It is...
And who
But
all has access to
You would
said
need
area?
specific information to get in here. The only ones with access are the Lord, his lady, and myself and Yuli as the heads.
Okay.
Oh, so we are allowed access.
To what?
We
To the
heard you
room.
say you. I don't think
Yeah.
you
Yuli.
said it properly.
Yuli.
Yuli,
Yeah,
okay,
there you
there we
go.
go.
Miss Chicken Lady.
The housekeeper.
So when it all goes missing, we know who to blame.
Just to clarify, we are not to worry about the stuff that is down there, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So in that assumption, what we are protecting is not down there either, correct?
Or while it is down there, we are not responsible for its safety.
That is correct.
Excellent.
I'm
Just making
assuming
sure
it's-
everyone is on the same page.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
You are
wondering
to...
if we should ask for him to take one of us with him to a point and meet him there while he goes to get the item. So we can escort him into the public.
You will not be allowed in the vault. And this is the first time he's actually called it a vault, by the way. Might have been a
I
slip up or
expected as
something.
much, but I just wanted to verify that since we are not going to be getting access to it, nor do I wish to, you are allowed your secrets.
Mhm.
That we were not responsible for what happens there.
Right. But he says, when it is retrieved,
Seth, you're
one of
pulling
you
out the lawyer.
could be out in the hall. but
I would
Yes, I
suggest
would
would.
not
I
be
would like
allowed
for one or
access.
multiple of us to be present when it is transported into the public space.
I would suggest somebody with
I guess
detect
that
magic.
makes sense.
But only at that point, and then we will remain guard on it from that point.
I think we're about to lose Pika. She's gotten so sleepy.
Well, I mean, we're wrapping up for
Yeah,
the
we'll be
night, I'm
wrapping up
sure.
soon.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there anything else you guys want to do? Do you want to explore the second floor at all? Or are you just gonna leave
Is there
that be?
anything of importance upstairs that we need to? Or is there a way that we can just kind of post someone at access to upstairs to make sure nobody goes up there?
Upstairs is the main living area of the family, and is where the children currently are.
Likely they wouldn't want us up there. Without direct permission from the lord or lady of the house.
As
Is there
security,
any
you are
notable
permitted up there.
Is there any notable entrances to the living quarters from what we've seen is my question then.
It's just these two stairways here.
Then yes, I'd like to go there just to get a familiarity with everyone who is supposed to be in the house.
I did not know you could move the lines. That's interesting.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
like
they're
to at
objects, have
least
to put them down.
observe the children to recognize what faces are family and which ones are not.
Okay.
So who the normal residents
I
are
need
and
to
who
use her.
are not.
It just while you were up there, keep an eye out for Twig. He is a biter.
Oh, that's quite all right.
So you're gonna proceed up the stairs then?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So I'm just going to reveal the entire floor.
Entire map.
Yeah, the intent was to get a lay of the land today.
So pretty much the whole map is revealed at this point.
So we come up from the stairs here. I'll stand in the middle.
Right. Stairs in the middle.
Yep. And what are we looking out for?
I
Something that bites?
specifically am looking for the children because I want to know everyone who
Names.
is supposed to be in this house. At least on a visual.
Minus obviously all the servants, because Meteor said they're not on the map.
Yeah. So
Well,
you do see.
I'm assuming we'd have a passing identifier for the servants anyway.
So you've seen servants throughout all the rooms you've been in so far, but this area is fairly devoid of servants. There might be the odd one here or there, but for the most part, there
maybe like
are
a
very
nanny
few.
looking after the kids,
Right.
stuff like that.
Right.
Right. I'd imagine it's kind of the old perception of servants are typically not seen or heard unless they're actively doing something.
Correct. Oh, excuse me. All right, so
I don't want them around the polite folk more than necessary.
So let's see. And the animals will have to stay downstairs.
I've
for this.
left. Yeah, I'll actually put Luna, if I can move her, back down here.
That will also be a question at some point that will be posed to Brimble is where will the animals be permitted to be during the events? As in, where can we post them to serve as sentry?
The animals can be posted so on the main entrance area, like at those corners of the...
So pretty much the front door.
Yeah. They can be the official greeters.
Okay.
We can set
They both
Morrow
have good
as the...
noses, yes.
They do indeed. We can set Morrow
Very
as the greeter by the ballroom so we can sneak her refreshments.
All right, so
I'm
so
actually
up to the
gonna-
left is the master bedroom, which you would not be allowed in, but every other
Obviously.
room would be permitted.
And I'm taking it the kids are not on the map.
Correct. The kids are not on the map. I might make
Yep,
tokens for them
that's
at some
fine.
point, though.
Yeah, I just literally just Saflin's attempt right now is identify everyone who's supposed to be here.
I'm just
Don
gonna.
has a valid question. How many people have we got coming?
How many people have we got coming?
To the party.
To the party.
How many guests? I think is the proper term.
Dozens.
So it's a large formal gathering.
Yes. It is a party.
And Safi is looking for signs of children.
All right, so the
Particularly
children,
the biter.
the children would currently be in their rooms.
Are they going to be attending the party or
The
stay
children
upstairs?
will be upstairs for the most part.
Okay.
They will probably come down for the reveal.
For the presentation?
Yes.
Makes sense.
So do you guys go in to see the children?
If Brimble doesn't stop me, I'd like to make an attempt to at least introduce myself to the children to be polite.
And see their faces.
That is fine.
Yes, and see their faces. It's important that they know who is here to protect them in case something goes wrong. Even if we're more protecting the item than the family.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would not like anybody to accidentally die if something breaks out. So
who all is up here doing this, by the way?
it looks like
I wasn't
me,
even bothering
Sappy,
moving me. I was just with people.
Son,
Yep.
and Callan.
I'm just trying to make sure who all is here.
I'm
Yeah, I
around.
think we
Yes.
were all looking around.
I think
Okay,
so.
so you're
Yeah,
all
was-
up here. Got it. Okay. So you enter the room, and there are before you 4 children, and Brimble introduces them. This is Madame Dawn. She's like,
Of course he did.
hi. This is Sir Mid.
Meteor's chat is missing out on the lovely joke Firedale and I just made in Roll20.
Oh, sorry. Is this where Safi plays her pipes and the children run out of the door and are enthralled and charmed by her? Pipes only work on rats, not rats. Right. So they are
Okay,
rat.
that's
They
funny.
are rat folk, by the way.
Right, but it's particularly the beast form of rats, not the humanoid. That is particular.
So Brimble continues to introduce them. So there's Dawn, Mid, Sky, and Twig.
Yep.
In age order there.
Twig and Stick get along.
So I'll poke my head in briefly and say hello. We're here as security for the evening. We're just making sure everything is good. We just wanted to say hi and introduce ourselves.
Hi, says Dawn. Hey, what's up? Says Mid. Sky kind of hides behind Dawn. And Twig. Their ages are 16, 12, 10, and 7, by the way. And Twig goes, ah, ah, ah,
I'm going to use my minor illusion My cantrip minor illusion.
Okay.
And I'm going to, let's see. Trying to think what I want to put in front of Twig.
To be playful with them.
Yes, to be playful.
All right. So what are you putting there?
I'm gonna do a minor illusion of like a really well cooked drumstick for him to bite.
That's mean.
So you have this floating drumstick. He goes, food! Ah!
And then
And-
I'll subtly pull pocket bacon out of my pocket and hand it to him after winking.
Oh, bacon? I like
Yes.
bacon.
Our little secret, okay?
Yeah. And Brimble has left at this point, by the way. And just let you be in there with him.
No, the pixie stick are for the noble guests, son. That'll be funnier.
Yeah, we don't want to. We don't
Because
want to
they'll
do
fall
anything
over
nasty to
asleep
the
and it'll
kids.
look like they're drunk. It'll be better. I promise.
And I don't think that the Lord and the Lady would like us playing tricks on their kids.
So while you guys are hanging out in there, Twig goes over to Lilia. Is like, "Do you have bacon?"
I would assume I wouldn't have brought it with me.
Well, we have some of the improved rations still in our backpack that I can hand over. Like some of the fresh food that we got that might still be good, like pastries or something like
No
that.
bacon!
I gave you my bacon.
I want bacon!
I left my pocket bacon in my backpack in the changing room. I'm sorry. But I can sneak back in there and sneak you some later if you'd like.
I want it now! And he grabs your tail, and he's gonna bite it. Ah!
Please don't.
I will reach over
Uh,
and grab his shoulder
alright.
gently and be like, if you behave like that, I won't give you any more bacon.
Alright, so...
Curio is going to curl his tail around himself and hook it to his chest.
Lilia, can you roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Assuming it is this.
Alright. So with an 8, you take 2 points of damage.
Poor tail.
Okay.
We were warned.
We
Mhm.
were. I'm trying to think, because I don't really have anything else good to give
Good.
him other than the pixie stick or the cupcake, and I don't want to give him that.
He runs back over to his bed and starts hopping up and down on it. I want bacon! I want bacon!
Close the
Excuse
door
me.
and move along.
And Mid's like, oh, shut up, will you?
Yeah,
Calm
because
down.
my assumption is I wouldn't have brought in the backpack with me because it wouldn't have looked good with the dress, but I stuffed what I could in the bag of holding.
Mm.
And Son
Well,
goes to talk
that's
to
what
the
I
hen.
figured. Is I figure we probably have our satchels, including the bag, around our waist in a way that looks nice. That would have been my thought.
I would try to shove the bag of holding in my pocket.
See,
if
Son
I
has
can.
the right idea.
And down the hall and coming into the room is a female servant who's kind of like tasked to look after them.
Good nanny, basically.
Yeah, Twig
Oh,
seems to be
hello.
a bit hungry.
He's always hungry. Who are you?
Hi, we're the security team staffed for tonight. We were just doing the rounds, making sure everything is good, and introducing ourselves so the household knows our faces.
And
Oh,
so
okay.
that we know the
I'm
members
Mill.
of the household.
I'm
It's
Mill.
a pleasure to meet
I'm in
you.
charge of these little rugrats.
Well, that's wonderful. Do they like animals?
Yeah.
Well, 2 of our party have brought along a panther and a direwolf that will be in attendance at tonight's festivities, so maybe they can come visit at some point.
I'm sure they'd love that. They're supposed to stay up here for now, though, so.
Well, of course. And naturally, there's only so many places that those animals are permitted in the household. But if they
Right.
come downstairs at any point during the party and want to pay a visit.
Son went
All
straight
right.
to the head maid.
All right, so yeah, you went to talk to the head maid?
For the cook, yeah. The one in the kitchen.
Oh. So you're
The head.
asking for bacon?
Yeah.
That boy always wants something in his mouth. We don't have any bacon right now. Here, give him this. And she hands you it's not even meat, it's a carrot.
I have a feeling he's not going to be happy with that.
He's
I
teething.
know. Just shove
At
it in his
7.
mouth, he'll be fine.
Well, she wouldn't have heard me say that. That was kind of me out of character.
Let's see.
But she says that when handing it to you. Here, just give him this, shove it in his mouth, he'll be fine.
Okay.
So you go back upstairs and shove the carrot in his mouth?
Literally, yep.
You're like, here, take this. And you shove it in his mouth and he goes, and just starts chowing down on it.
Now, here's a question. Would I have enough time to run backstairs to the changing quarters to swap a few things out of my bag? Because I don't want him to bite me again.
Yeah.
He'll be
I don't wanna
upstairs
be
most of the day, so he won't be in range to bite you for most of the event.
But when he comes down, I might want to swap some of my rations.
I'm
into the
assuming
Son
second
is
and
introducing
hoping.
stick to twig.
Yeah. I mentioned the animals in the hopes that they will be distracted by the animals when they come down.
No, son, I don't want him to bite me. Look at those teeth, they're giant.
All the more reason to say hi while he's eating the carrot and then back away.
Hi. Bye. He kind of backs out of the room.
Okay.
Where was that room that we changed in?
Reading stuff.
It's not actually on the map. It
Okay.
got left out, so.
It just didn't fit. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to change some things around and put into my...
Well, we all need to change some things around too.
But so
we'll go ahead and head back to our room briefly to finish getting ready and then head down to the event next time.
Correct. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and end it here.
Cool.
So I'm taking
So
off my shield.
We'll say that our room is in this black space for now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wearing the ring. Put the dagger in my pocket. Obviously take off my leather armor because wearing that with a dress just would not look good. Do you think I could keep my quarterstaff with me without it looking awkward?
Probably.
I mean, they have straight up said
Never paying thank
you are
for
acting as
supposedly.
security. So, but
All right, we're
But
gonna
to
say
blend in.
we're gonna say he directs you guys to this guest bedroom on the left to store your things.
okay, so
we-
we're over here now.
We are security, but we're also supposed to blend
We're
in.
supposed to blend in, yeah.
Yep.
So I don't think the quarterstaff would do quite that well.
Yeah, unless you dressed it up to look like a walking stick, maybe. Or a
I'm
cane.
wondering if I should... well, I don't think I'd need a cane. I'm wondering if I should wrap the ribbon that I got
They don't have
for
to know
Luna.
that.
Well, I've been walking around without limping, so...
Again, the guests aren't here yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know that.
I've got my dagger on me. I think I'll just leave.
Who's gonna check us for weapons, quite honestly? We're security.
We will.
All right. Well,
Throw Son in the brig.
we can talk about this later.
Yep.
I'll
We're gonna
adjust
go
my
ahead and
things.
end it here, everyone. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Tune in next time where we get into the thick of the party.
We get to party.
Next
Here
Friday.
is a
Nice.
bigger overview of the map for the stream. I can't really.
This is
my
a
layout
huge
kind
map.
of blocks it off a little bit. Yes, it is a very big map.
I mean, Curio's already on my stream. He's already got on his tux.
I saw that. All right, so thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you
Bye,
all next
everybody.
time. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.